Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have a little bit of a different video for you guys today. I find that doing what I do, I often am in a style rut. I create a lot of outfits and then after a while, I really get stuck into certain formulas and my outfits start to look the same. To think of some more interesting and creative outfits, I decided to spend about an hour on Pinterest and I came up with a couple of things that are subtle but create a bit more interest in my everyday outfits. This video is very practical, so I'm really showing you specific things you can do in a wardrobe as opposed to talking about general style tips, which I do a lot of. It's a super gloomy and rainy day here in Sydney, so I hope you don't hear it in the audio too much. My very first inspiration is bold color done in a simplistic way. I can so appreciate an outfit that incorporates print and color, but I know when I put it on, it doesn't quite feel right for me. It also doesn't mean that I want everything to be neutral all the time, so I'm gonna do some experimenting with these really vibrant blue trousers. In the past, I've styled these blue pants with white, with black, with light grey, and sometimes it almost makes these pants feel super vibrant and only appropriate for like a summer holiday somewhere. I love how this really earthy, muted green color is able to tone this bright blue down and make it feel a lot more approachable for the everyday. To balance off this really wide silhouette, I'm just gonna use a smaller bag. This is one of my favorite tricks to make a really oversized outfit feel a bit more balanced. And same thing with the shoe, I've gone for a slight heel, and for me it always helps elongates what is a very wide and boxy look. Obviously it would have been super nice to have this color knit in something thinner, but wardrobes are meant to be perfect and I think it's just about making it work with these additional accessories. As I go through this video, I'm going to be sharing with you summer and winter looks, and they'll also be super adaptable. So for example, this one, if you live in the cold, you know, the puffers, the jackets will go over the top. So I don't really have anything in that green tone in terms of tops, so I decided to go for this sage color. So what the sage and the green have in common is that they're both colors, but they're muted. They're not very bright, they're not pastels. They're kind of just muted, earthy shades. I'm gonna do a side-by-side comparison where I show you this outfit and then a black top next to it. And you'll see that the black feels a lot more dramatic than these muted, softer colors when we're pairing it with the bright blue. These trousers here are from And Other Stories, and this outfit feels very specific. And not a lot of people will have bright blue trousers in their wardrobe. But I think this concept applies if you have a bright blue dress, a bright blue top, anything in this bright blue shade. And then if you don't, I think this tip also applies to bright colors in general. If you have that one statement piece, instead of pairing it with black and white and gray all the time, you can try those earthy, muted shades. And I'll put up some options on the screen, and they will pair so nicely with the bright colors and make it very wearable. The second thing I want to talk about is wearing a mismatched earring or just a bold statement earring. I find earrings to be super powerful in completely changing a look. And because they're so close to your face and when you're speaking to someone, they really catch someone's attention. They are so important in an outfit. I'm gonna show you now some earring combinations I really enjoy. The first one is definitely what I'm wearing right now. These are from Acne Studio. They're a white earring with some yellow details on it and it's in this interesting kind of tie shape. And I just think they're really cool, especially with simple outfits. Something I see Acne Studio do a lot is actually just putting on one earring so you get that asymmetrical effect. I could see myself doing this. I think it's kind of fun. I would wear it with some very small studs on this ear, just so my ear doesn't feel so empty. In the next example, I've got two pairs of earrings from Monica Vinader. They're two separate pairs and I've just taken one from each. And this look is inspired by this brand called Timeless Pearly, and they do a lot of earrings that are mismatched. And I think my favorite way of making this work is when there is something that ties the two earrings together, and I just find it to be a bit more wearable that way. I often also swap out the bigger pearl earring for a hoop. Because this pearl is on a hoop, I just find that a hoop earring looks very natural in this pairing. I can't always say that I'm going to love a mismatched earring, so mismatching it myself instead of buying mismatched earrings for me just makes a bit more sense, and when I'm over it, I can always just wear my earrings as a pair. To restyle my wardrobe, to get out of the style rut, one thing I like to do is to go bold. So an example is this top I'm wearing. I often wear it tucked in. For me, tucked in is not necessarily a bad look, but it's just one of many ways to wear it. And I think sometimes leaving it out just makes it feel like a completely different piece. And it makes this outfit, this exact outfit, feel fresh in my eyes, as opposed to the way I constantly wear it, which is tucked in. For me, instead of trying to tone everything down, make it more wearable, sometimes going for that bolder option can really give my wardrobe that kick to make it feel more exciting. Another example I have are with my summer dresses. I love a voluminous dress. The thought of something tight in the summer is unbearable. But because this dress comes with a belt, I just constantly belt it just because it came with one. So I feel like this is what the dress is meant to look like, belted and then with the long sleeves. When I wear this dress without the belt, when I ruche up the sleeves, the vibe of this completely changes and it becomes a lot more effortless. For me, this tip is about enhancing the things I really like in my clothes. For example, I love volume, so why belt it just because it came with a belt? Same thing with the top. I love the voluminous sleeves and then the sheer material. So I kind of want as much of that to show through as possible. If you've been restyling your wardrobe and you feel like you still want to add a couple of things to freshen your wardrobe up, I want to quickly mention what are some things I like to look for. And it's because I made this skirt last night and I just want any opportunity to talk about it. I decided to make a skirt in a midi length, which feels very familiar to me. But at the same time, it's got this cool kind of pocket detail, which is a very unfamiliar shape and silhouette in my wardrobe. If I'm looking for something new to get myself out of a style rut, I'm looking for something that's able to be familiar so I wear it and style it all the time, but unfamiliar enough that it brings something interesting into my wardrobe. And for me, this little skirt I made, I feel like ticks the boxes. I'm way too early in my sewing journey to really kind of share a lot about it. But if you follow me over on Instagram, I do give little updates and tell you what I'm kind of working on. This check blazer for me over a slip dress is probably one of the reasons I'm in a style rut, because it's a combination I really love, but I also wear to death. So I wanted to play around with proportions and I came across this leather jacket, so I thought I would take it out and have a play around with it because I don't own a leather jacket and I've really never come across one I've liked. If I wear this leather jacket over the top of any of my most worn outfits, I think it brings so much life to these outfits and it allows me to re-wear all the combinations I usually like to wear while having a different outfit. I have decided to keep this because after 10 years, I don't think he's gonna come running searching for it. But if you can even just borrow, you know, a brother's jacket, a partner's jacket, it can be super fun to play around these pieces with your own wardrobe. I really enjoy the fact that I can wear my normal outfit combinations, my normal uniform, if you will, and just put this jacket on and make it feel really interesting as opposed to my typical combinations. In my next example, I'm restyling some of my clothes to create a really long line look. There were definitely a few photos I was inspired by, and I've also seen this kind of look a lot when it comes to like Japanese style. Even places like Muji, I feel like sell a lot of longer tunics that are styled over pants. And I like it. I enjoy it. It's very different for me. This dress I'm wearing is from Mango. This is a dress I used to wear to the office a lot in the summer. Because I'm not in the office, I don't really wear it very often, so it's nice to pull it out to restyle. I've styled them over the top of these cream trousers from End of a Stories, which I've shown like 1,000 times. Because this is one color head to toe and the dress is quite long, it's really creating a very flattering long line silhouette, and I'm really into this. In the transitional season in the summer, I feel like this would be a super cute way to style dresses and pants together. My tips when it comes to recreating this look is to go tonal if you can. I think the tonal look is the most flattering and I think it's also the easiest to make it look right. My second recommendation is to not go for something knee length, go for something a bit longer. When the dress is knee length, I feel like it really cuts me off there and makes me look shorter, whereas the longer silhouette I think is the most flattering. My next tip here is about mixing stripes with other prints. So it can be a floral, it can be other stripes. I've dabbled in print mixing from time to time, but I've never created anything I really loved until I think these outfits. So this is all inspired by this photo I'm going to put up here from A Piece Apart. I saw a stripe and floral combination I just fell in love with, and this is a recreation of that. I put the knit on and I like the prints together, but I feel like this is like an unflattering situation here, which I'm not crazy about. We could just leave the sweater over the dress, but I do prefer to belt it on the inside, and it just creates a big difference in the look and silhouette. So at this point, I'll take the sweater and then I'll just tuck it in. I've tucked the sweater now into the belt. Especially when I show you the entire outfit, it creates a big difference to how flattering I think this look is. If you don't want to tuck your sweater into the belt and it causes a bit of fiddling, Even just belting it at the waist and then putting your sweater over the top just creates a lot more of a flattering silhouette than not belting it at all. I've started with a black bag and this is the outfit done. I also tried this trick with some of my other dresses and it seems like whatever print it is, as long as it's not too bold, it seems to work really well with stripes. This is definitely a really cute one, especially for the summertime or the springtime to try. If I'm in a style rut out of ideas, one of the things I can rely on is a shirt. There is always a hack somewhere out there that I haven't tried. If I'm bored, if I'm in a style rut, this is the time to pull out the shirt. I did a video recently sharing my 2021 style lessons as well as a couple of shirt hacks in that video, which I'll link to above. I can never remember which direction it is, but I came across this photo on Pinterest. She just wore a shirt over like a knit, but I've never done that before. And I think I've seen it 1,000 times, but never done it myself. Even doing this for me feels kind of fresh, but for a more interesting look, I could also do it off the shoulder and then basically do up one button so it kind of holds it in place and it's not slipping everywhere. I've seen shirts out there where they create this look for you. So it's like a fake shirt and then they've stitched it to the inside. I never really liked that because I feel like it's not as versatile. Whereas here we're just taking a shirt, putting it over plain knit, and it's super easy to recreate. Realistically with this hack, I just know that it's going to move around all day. So even like having it off one shoulder, I think is a bit more secure. Having it slightly more forward, having it slightly more back. It will move around and I feel like all of these options are still very wearable and kind of cute. Okay, my next look is about a matching set. I saw this photo of Alexa Chung and it was an amazing outfit, and obviously, you know, it's Alexa Chung. If I cover up her face and then if I take out the shoes because they're like amazing Chanel sandals, I actually still love the outfit, which made me want to recreate it in this video. I don't know how obvious it is on camera, but the colors are definitely different, with the jacket leaning a lot more pink than the trouser. Because I'm wearing this casually and not to the office, I feel like it's okay for them not to be perfectly matched. In an ideal world, this would be perfectly matched, that would be a lot more chic, but I still like it enough to wear it, and this is super different for me in my wardrobe, even though these are two pieces that I wear often. Normally, I would feel like a matching set is a bit too formal for my liking, or it's a bit too statement. But right now, because I'm in a bit of a style rut and I'm really craving anything new, wearing these two pieces together feels super fresh, and I'm actually excited to wear this out one day. You can obviously recreate this with any color you have in your wardrobe, but I feel like as you go darker, it will feel a bit more formal. I would go more casual with my accessories to balance it out. I wanted to show you this with a non-blazer jacket. So I've got my trench coat and it kind of matches the trouser in color. If you're not into blazers or you just don't have a matching colored blazer, you can do this with any other jacket and I still think you get the vibe similar to the photo. I really had a lot of fun filming this video because there were some outfits that are a little bit different to what I normally wear and what I normally show. If you guys enjoyed and liked this video, I would love for you to go hit the like button. If you guys ever recreate an outfit that's inspired by something you've seen on my channel, I would honestly love to see it. So if you have anything at all, tag me on Instagram and I would love to see it. It doesn't have to be my style. I can appreciate an outfit regardless, so just tag me. Hope you guys have a lovely week ahead and I will see you next one. Bye.